Good morning from Panhandle Outdoors, America's only daily outdoor TV show. Your source for fishing, hunting, and information for folks who enjoy the great outdoors. Now sit back, relax. It's Panhandle Outdoors.
Good morning, folks. Welcome to Panhandle Outdoors. I'm Winston Chester. I'm glad you're here this morning. Got a great show lined up, a special guest again, and also we got some really good reports on what's going on in nature, other than it being wet and cold. Our weather brought to us by Gulf Coast Air Conditioning, Drew Pollard and his hard-working and giving crew up there in Southport, taking care of a lot of things in our community. High today has got to be a 61 and low about 48. It's, like I said, just damp and cold. As winter starts setting in, the first day of winter is technically tomorrow. It's actually the first day of winter, so we technically in the late fall, but winter's setting in on us, so we like that. Water temperature right at 68 degrees at the end of the pier, and we're expecting it to start going down within the next week or two. I don't have the river readings, and we're looking at, let's go and look at our tide chart because this is really good. The tide chart, the river's still high, okay? The tide chart though, strong tides today, but I want you to look at the end of the week on Friday and Saturday, Christmas Eve. We have some of the strongest tides all year, really strong tides if you want to get away. If you've already got your Christmas taken care of and get a couple days off, be a good day to get out on the bay, all right? And our wind be north-northeast around 10 to 12. Let's take a break. We'll come back with our special guest. Welcome back, and look who's with us this morning. Our country cousin, Billy Grantham.
Country cousin, yes sir. Top of the morning to you.
Always love having him come down. I have a blank schedule for today. We're just going to talk. What do you think about that? I love shows like this. What's going on?
Weather's turning colder.
Yes, it is.
It's supposed to be pretty raw
all through the
end of the week. That's right, the end of the week. And I like it, because you know why? Not that it stirs it, but it makes the deer move, man. They got to stir.
We were talking about that. It really does have weather effects. And you observe it from your observation point there. Tell us about it.
Just observation, sitting there at the check station when I worked there back there in bow season, when it was warm weather, them deer didn't get out there and stir out there on the edge of that field or cross those fields or do anything. But as soon as it turned cooler and a good cold snap, they thought nothing of it. Or when it rained and it cooled it off a little bit, I watched them come out there in pure rainstorms because it cooled it off enough they could get out there, and they would feed heavy. I'm not talking about 2 or 3 deer like you see at your house. I'm talking about 40 and 50. No joke. Yes, sir. Get out there and feed in that field.
Okay, what else is going on up there?
Well, Jim Peacock, the county commissioner for Jackson County, was the chairman, now he's the co-chair, I think, has kept me informed about progress at Lake Seminole. He has spoken to and will continue, he said, they're hoping to have a meeting soon, to talk to the legislators, the federal legislators for the Georgia, Alabama, and Florida side to try to get some federal dollars to spray Lake Seminole to eliminate an awful lot of that vegetation. Now, the theory, or his hopes are, is to ask for $2 million to spray it, and then $1 million a year to maintain it. And he said that they're planning to have a meeting soon to see if they can't wring that mop a little bit more and get an extra drop of money out.
The grass has all gotten really bad up there.
Yeah, it's bad. At times in late August, unless you pick your spot, you can't just fish Lake Seminole. Yeah. You got to pick a place or a certain area where the grass isn't too bad, and it can get real bad, as y'all know, the fish up there. Matter of fact, an awful lot of people will go up the Chattahoochee River and put in either Paramore's or Buena Vista or Neal's Landing to get in the river and get out of the lake some.
Is that right?
Yeah. Or fish in Apalachicola. Put in at Chattahoochee, yeah. Yeah.
Let me ask you this: you seen any duck hunters on the lake?
Man, the duck hunting has been a big deal. Big deal this year. Ringnecks.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Teal, green-winged teal, and the blue wing, and some mallards.
Yeah.
But boy, the duck hunting has been a big deal
That's
this year.
good to hear because I've had especially a couple of people ask me about where to go, and we're talking about Apalachicola Bay, but I said the hot spot to me is Lake Seminole as far as if you know where to go and set up.
So you're saying somebody's looking for a place to hunt?
Yeah.
The hunting's been terrible. There ain't no ducks up there.
These folks that don't know a lot about it just want to know where people hunt around here.
Well,
There are. You got Lake Talcott, all the lakes. Any of the lakes in Florida is going to have ducks on it. I can promise you. 100% of them will have lakes on
Yeah,
it.
well, like at the Appalachia, there's ponds all in there.
Yeah.
And these guys scout and go in there and drive around and get out and walk. So you got to get out and do some scouting and while you're fishing.
And that's,
you know?
that's what I tell people is get out and look around.
That's right.
You can now go to Google Earth and find some spots and walk to them and all.
That's right. That's what you got to do.
What about the Canadian geese? Are they still heavy down there?
Yeah, they're there, but nobody hunts them.
Ain't that amazing? I mean, in the open season, we used to, as a kid, we just loved. I wish we had some geese to shoot because we just field and stream.
They
before.
fly too slow, I think.
Yeah, they're so slow.
So spring in there, they want that stuff coming in there. Yeah.
And the meat's not all that good, they said, but but anyway, I've never tried it. So
I would try it. I would try it if I got one.
it probably tastes like chicken.
I don't know. We'll have to try it.
Well, that's good to hear. So, and I know the last couple of weeks before we had this bad weather coming in, fishing was pretty good.
Fishing's been good. I'll show just a picture or two on Chipola River because the weather was still warm and likable to get out there on it. The river was down and low and not too much rain. It was clear. So Apalachicola River, Chipola River was good. Now we've got some recent rains that's picked up and got muddy. Look here, folks, when they talk about a little later on, when that river's up around 20 feet and 19, 20 feet, that's not a big deal. They talking about flooding. That's not a big deal because where they're talking about flooding at, Winston, is way down the river system, down in them swamps and them tributaries it floods out into.
Right.
And that's a good thing.
Yep.
Because it gets out there and lets them feed out there in the swamp on the bugs and the worms and everything that's out there.
That's part of nature's cycle.
Exactly.
It really
It makes all them folks that live down yonder in them river swamps on the at Howard's Creek and over there on the other side, Liberty County side, they licking their chops because they know when the springtime it's throw it up in there and come out there from under there with
That's
it.
exactly right. We're going to take a break, come back and look at some of those pictures. Be right back. Okay, welcome back. I always appreciate Billy Grantham getting up early, driving all the way down here from Jackson County. And we got so many folks up there. We have good many to watch the show, don't they?
Yeah, I'm surprised to meet people all the time. I went to the dentist yesterday and met a young lady, and I told her, she was talking about her husband was just starting to get into hunting a few years ago and was learning it, lived up in Bakerville, no, up in the edge of Alabama. Hunts up around Eufaula.
Oh.
His name was Teddy Folds. I said, I'll give him a shout out because he ain't had such the good luck. But remember what I said all the time, Teddy, and I told your wife that then. Luck is where preparation meets opportunity. Stay at it, practice, and keep on your game.
And speaking of good things happening, this first picture you got right here, this is a good picture. How about that? Tell us about that one.
That one right there is Reagan Roberts. Lives there in Outfit. Dad's a farmer, mom's a nurse. She pitches and slings that softball for Outfit Wildcats.
Oh, cool.
And she also can manage a brim buster pretty good. Yeah.
I'll say, look at that.
Yes, sir.
That's nice.
That's on the Chipola River.
Oh.
Yep.
All right.
And that's her paw, and that's her holding up another one for the camera as well.
Hers is bigger.
Yeah.
It's closer to the camera.
Exactly. Chipola River. a few weeks ago. That's right there at the check station. I told y'all,
Wow.
that's a oak tree sitting there. The acorns have fallen out of it. The storm comes through. That's what the good thing about that rain and storms around there in Winston. It knocks some acorns out of them trees. And Buddy Ray, believe it, they out there feeding. That field right there that you're looking across is a cornfield.
Okay.
And they feeding that. Of course, all the corn's gone, but that's Appalachian management, and that's your view from the check station zoomed up.
Oh, that's cool. You get to work and see that.
Yeah, and even more. Took my grandbaby Hazley Baxley on a hike over into near Lake Talquin, below Quincy, and done some hiking and some scenery. A little lake right there. Yeah, we walked around the edge of it, went through the hiking trails and come back out. But you know what? Ticks.
No.
Got a few
no
ticks.
kidding.
Yep,
Really?
yep. Had to get them off of it. That's always prevalent when you got an area that don't get burned off from time to time.
Yeah, that's a good point. We don't talk a lot about that.
Went to town the other day on a Monday, me and my son-in-law did. I drove by a piece of property, looked off to the left, and said, that something don't look right about that. Went back up there, and that little spike had been hit by a car. His right hind leg had been broken.
Oh, man.
But let me just tell y'all what you're supposed to do. I called the commission. They sent me a game warden out that come by Officer Carr that witnessed that, gave me my verification number to get him processed, and we put him down and dressed him and skinned him out.
That's a good way to do it. That's the right way to do it.
Yep.
Now, he would not have survived for the coyotes.
No, This old boy is Terry Charles, folks, just passed away. Terry had a long, long bout with cancer, but you see him right there. I said, I'd like to know that I could show that picture to old Terry off on Lake Seminole.
Good for you.
Yeah, up there fishing. I used to work for him a little bit.
All right.
Look here.
He's looking at us.
There he slipped her off through there, and I got a picture of him. But I hope to get that joker because the rut is on.
That's a fresh picture. They just showed up right. I mean, that's recent.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Okay.
Look at the picture I showed you, the little buck spike that was down.
That's it.
That's him right there. I hate to say it, but that's him. That's some fried backstrap.
That's good.
Some of you folks know what I'm talking about. They're talking about fried backstrap. Man, that stuff was delicious and tender.
We were talking about squirrel the other day, and the squirrel and the backstrap. The old timers lived off that stuff.
Hey, my son-in-law went off over to Okalotney. No, back to the west.
Choctahatchee?
Choctahatchee. On a managed area, and saw a pile of squirrels. We will be going off over soon and getting us some squirrels to come back. My wife said I had permission to go get them.
Okay.
Duck hunting. Appalachia, that may right there have been Ocheesee Pond.
Yeah.
Yep.
Bluebills?
Yep.
Look at there. Man, you're going to get me back into duck hunting now. Ooh, look at that.
Yep.
Oh,
Scott Gosnell sent that to me. That's him on the far right.
Ringnecks? Look at the ringnecks.
Yep. And he's my spotter and fills in for me when I'm not announcing the ball games. Does a wonderful job, and I really appreciate it. That's his daughter, Sydney. That's her first buck she's taken right there.
Okay.
She's always in the woods with Dad, going and coming and seeing and appreciating, and that's her deer. And, of course, they naturally skint that thing out and put it up.
Okay. We got brim fishing, we got duck hunting, bucks, everything going on.
And that's just a small sampling. I've got a lot more, but can't get permission from some of these people sometime. Not that they won't give it to me, but I can't run them down and show the pictures.
And some people, we talked about this before we got on the show, they don't want to let you know exactly where it is. And I can appreciate that. And when people, I have the same thing when they say, don't tell people I got it, just show the picture. And I can appreciate that.
Hey, already on Lake Seminole, because we're right there by Georgia, when that duck season comes in, it sounds like a small war going on. I ain't lying to you. It is crazy. And all around the end of Appalachia, the duck hunting. heavy acreage mass this year,
Yeah.
which will put ducks to fly in and walk up on that shoulder, up on that bank up there and feed on them. They will.
That's cool. Okay, we're going to take our final break. We've got some cool stuff coming up, so we'll be right back. Welcome back to Panhandle Outdoors. I want to give a shout out and a happy birthday to Joel Miller. Happy birthday today, young man. Hope you have a great day. Let's look at our fishing game time brought to us by Blue Water Outriggers in Port St. Joe. I was there the other day. They're just packed out with all kinds of stuff. We're looking at 757 to 957 and 820. That was this morning, and 825 to 1025 tonight. Christmas is coming.
Ho, ho, ho. I got some of mine done, Christmas shopping.
What you got right here?
The Satsuma tree my pa-in-law planted years ago is hanging in Satsumas. I brought you and Jeff a sack full of peas. And
I don't know if they'll make it through the end of the day. I'm telling you.
Hey, they're easy to peel like a banana.
I know.
Yeah, man.
Well, look, I always, Billy, so good. I got some Christmas presents for Billy. Every year, Gail is really good about putting stuff together for our sponsors and different places and our Panhandle Outdoor team. And this is this party
Yes,
mix,
sir.
and that you know how good that is. You
Yeah.
You leave that on the way home.
I'll be watching them Seminoles. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
I didn't mean to say that. I'll be
then,
eating that on the road.
This is her famous homemade.
Oh, yeah.
Tell folks what that
thank
is.
you. Oh,
The homemade pound cake.
pound cake. Thank you. Oh, thank you so much.
Okay.
Man,
And
that'll make a puppy pull a freight train right there.
folks, I'm gonna give you a quick. I take them to our sponsors and all. I take them by Sowell Tractor, and I walk in the door, and Robin, the owner, he don't say, "Hey Winston, how you doing?" And he said, because it's around Christmas, he said, "You got that pound cake?" It's hilarious. He really does.
Yeah, you got that pound. Yeah.
All right, here's a special.
Man.
Here's a special gift this year. Okay, a Panhandle Outdoors camouflage cap.
I feel honored. Thank you,
Okay.
ladies and
Now-
gentlemen. I appreciate that.
This is going to lead into your what you're doing during Christmas break. Tell folks what you're doing during Christmas break.
Well,
This is good.
I don't own a condo in Panama City because I'm just a member of the Poor Boy Committee. A happy wife is a happy life. A happy spouse is a happy house. My wife wanted to go to New York City. So I'm going to go catch a train and ride to New York City and go in there and hopefully say howdy to some folks up there.
New York City.
New York City. Yep.
All right, and we talked about it, and you're going to get a picture taken with that cap on somewhere in New York City. Times Square. You going to take that cap with you?
Yeah, I'm going to wear it all through there. Howdy, hi, folks. How y'all doing? Good to see you. You reckon they'll enjoy seeing me?
And tell them to sign up on YouTube for be one of our viewers up in New York City.
Yeah, I'll get some of them cards and put some information on the back of it.
Well, how are you going to take the train up there?
Yeah, we're going to drive over to Jacksonville and get on the train and ride in the evening and then during the night and into New York the next day and get off and walk around going through there. They got that lights, electricity up there or something else. But
Well, I've never been. I just thought Jeff's never been to New York City, so you're one of the few people on Panhandle Outdoors team that's going to New York City.
yeah,
You
and the
gonna-
rut's on at the house right now, and I'm leaving town, but I'm gonna do it because I'm gonna be smiling and grinning.
Hey, if you get up there and strike up a conversation with someone walking through Central Park or whatever, and tell them, they ask how you doing, I'm sure they'll ask how you doing.
Yeah.
Tell them, I wish I was home because the rut is on. See what they say.
They won't know what in the world. yeah. What? Yeah,
Well, that's going to be fun. And how many days you be up there?
just a couple
days.
days in
You'll have
town.
enough by then, won't you?
Yeah,
Are you going to any particular restaurants or eat anything special?
whatever she wants.
You got to get I always think the hot dogs on the sidewalk. I've always wanted one of those.
No, whatever she wants.
Yeah, there you go.
I
You're
think
good.
we're gonna see what's them dancers that dance.
Oh yeah, the Radio City.
Yeah, I think we're gonna go see that.
Yeah,
You know, and
you used to watch those on the Jackie Gleason show or something. Or,
yeah.
Yeah.
What's they call it? Central Park.
Central
I'm gonna
Park.
walk around and see if I see any deer sign in there. A little bit.
Check out Times Square.
Yeah.
And, but, Central Park. There ought to be some big bucks in there.
staying out of that place.
All right, we got about a minute or two left. We've had a good year. We've had a good year looking back on the year as far as so many things being done. Been some challenges.
Oh boy, yeah.
I think you're like me. Our faith gets us through a lot of things.
It sure does. Without your faith, man, I don't know how folks get by, because life's ups and downs, because the little Lord's right there in the valley, just as good as he is on the high top, you know.
That's right.
But y'all bear with it. Go ahead and get your fishing poles out. Get through your hunting season. Get prepared for fishing, because if things are going like it is, with the river rising, doing like it's supposed to, spring will come on. And for those that don't hunt, and for those that do hunt, the rut, y'all heard me say it, the rut's on up there in Jackson County. Up there, look here, you can tell the rut's on. You know why, Winston?
Why is that?
There's so many deer hit side the road up there.
Good point.
Son, it's crazy. Peacock told me the other day they pick up over 200, almost 300 carcasses every year.
Is that right? In Jackson County?
Yes, sir.
Wow, I had no idea it was that much. Well, we're about to run out of time, buddy. You have a good, safe trip in York City, and take care of yourself, and we'll see you next year.
yeah.
Merry Christmas.
All right, then. Merry Christmas.
All right. Appreciate y'all watching Panhandle Outdoors, and appreciate all the feedback. Y'all have a great day today. Enjoy the outdoors, and God bless.
Thanks for watching America's only daily outdoor TV show, Panhandle Outdoors with Winston Chester, featuring hunting, fishing, and other activities and information to help you enjoy the great outdoors. Join us next time for Panhandle Outdoors.